Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to FM Scout. It is RDF, and today we have another tactic to test, and this time it is from Knap, the man himself. As you can see, I picked Monaco for this test and we did very well, reaching 101 points. But of course it just was not good enough to win the league, but considering we got 101 points, that is 30 above the team that came third, I thought this is a brilliant tactic. Some might call it OP, overpowered, so we're going to have a look at it and we're going to decide ourselves. So here is the tactic. It's a 4-1-2-3 called Dark Side of the Moon. It is a fairly offensive tactic, but it also includes the roles of wide midfielders, which we don't actually see quite often in these tactics. But what we're going to do, we're going to look at the tactic a little bit, we're going to talk a little bit about the instructions, and then we're going to check the results. So first off, you will notice that the mentality is on attacking. So straight off, you're going to be a little bit more direct. You're going to be a little bit more attacking, a little bit more risky. The attacking width is set to narrow, so naturally your play will start to focus a little through the middle. That does not mean that your play is directly or strictly going to focus through the middle or make more intense movements in the middle. It just simply means as your players are now positioned closer to each other, naturally the ball is going to work its way through the middle. For the approach play, Knap has passed into space, so rather the ball being played into feet is going to be played ahead of your player, so into the space so your player can run onto it. Though the attacking width is on narrow, he wants the ball to be focused on the players down the flanks. He wants more attacking intensity down both flanks of the pitch. And lastly, in approach play, he has play out of defence, so he's not going to play the ball very direct. Players are going to drop in order to collect the ball from the defence. For the passing directness and the tempo, it is set to naturally how the attacking mentality would set it, so it is on slightly more direct and at a higher tempo. Players are going to be making their decisions quicker on the ball than normally. In the final third, he has gone for the low crosses. This also gives you the option for the wide players to try and pull the ball backwards rather than crossing it into the box, crossing it into the air. He also has work ball into the box, so he wants to minimize the crossing and the long shooting as much as possible, as this is a very attacking tactic and players are going to be crossing more than often, shooting more often. Work the ball into the box is a decent tool to try and calm that down. He also has play for set pieces, so often enough your players are going to be dribbling down the flanks, either trying to win a throw-in, trying to win a corner, even a free kick. This gives you the opportunity for your big guys in the defence to come up furthermore. For the dribbling, he has run at defence, so this is a more direct instruction. Players running towards goal rather than trying to pass it. And for the creative freedom, he has been more expressive. In transition, of course, it is the counter press and the counter instruction. So these are very risky and very offensive instructions, trying to win the ball back as soon as possible. And when you do so, you want your players to run and make those forward runs to try and hit the opponent on the counter. When the goalkeeper is in possession, Knap is asking for the goalkeeper to simply distribute it quickly, try and get the play started as quick as possible. Ball is going to be directed to the fullbacks with the goalkeeper throwing it long. In the defensive shape, we have gone for the much higher line of engagement, also the much higher line of defense line. This is of course going to squeeze the opponent, not allowing them to play. Of course, the risk is being beaten by the more direct ball. If this does start to happen, you could then easily just drop your defense line. The defensive width is set to narrow, so we're going to have a narrow shape when we are defending. The marking and tackling, there is tight marking with get stuck in, so your players are going to try and minimize the time that the opposition has on the ball, and by doing so they're going to be tight marking and getting stuck in, with the pressing intensity on extremely urgent. For the player roles and their instructions, for the goalkeeper, he is on sweeper, keeper on defend with take fewer risks and ease off tackles. For the wing backs, they got a lot of instructions. This is one of the reasons why we asked, is this the most OP tactic out there? Because there is loads and loads of instructions. So for the left wing back, we have it pass it shorter, take more risks, cross more often, cross down the byline, shoot less often, sit narrower, close down more, tackle harder and mark tighter. For the right wing back, is going to be the same, except from sit narrower and take more risks. For the two ball-playing central defenders, he has pass it shorter and mark tighter. For the deep line playmaker, he also has mark tighter and tackling hard. The deep line playmaker has a support duty. On the left flank, it is a wide midfielder, but he is on support. He has all of these instructions. They are pass it shorter, cross more often, cross from the byline, dribble more, run wide with the ball, shoot less often, roam from position, sit narrower, close down more, mark tighter and tackle harder. For the right hand side, for the right winger, he has the exact same instructions, apart from he already has get further forward encoded already in him. That is because of the attack mentality. For the right hand side of the attacking midfield, he has the attacking midfielder on support. He only has moved into the channels, while the left side of the attacking midfielder, he is on the attack duty but get further forward. And then finally, the advanced forward on attack, he just has the get further forward and move into channels hard coded in him already and no extra instructions. So that is the tactic, and now we are going to look at some of the results this produced for Monaco. So here we can see Monaco came second. PSG had 107 points. It was going to be impossible to try and top that. We done very, very well, 101 points. That is normally enough to win the league. It is crazy how we didn't on this time. But Ben Yedder, the standout player with 33 goals in the league, absolutely incredible. Florentino Luis with a 7.71 average rating. Kevin Volland with 19 assists, so that is the right winger on 19 assists. We have the most yellow cards with our centre back getting the most yellow cards with 15, and the clean sheets, we came second with clean sheets. For the possession stats, we didn't actually do too bad. We done 52% average possessions, so that is more than half. PSG annoyingly got 18 penalties. That is absolutely crazy. But for goals, we scored 104, just 3 behind, 107 from PSG. We had the second most crosses completed, second most goals from corners. We pretty much came second in a lot of these things. It is crazy how well Paris actually did. But when it comes to chances created, we smashed that out of the park with 145 chances created. And then dribbles per game, there is 19 dribbles per game. So that is the run at defense instruction, asking to be more direct rather than pass their way towards the goal. When it comes to conceded, we also have the second best defense in the league. So just imagine this league without PSG. We would have absolutely hammered it. But we also have the second most clean sheets. Looking at the player statistics, you can see Ben Yedder with 33 goals. Absolutely incredible. Also with an average minute per goal of 85 minutes. So every 85 minutes, Ben Yedder's name was on the score sheet. I don't think I've ever had it that good before. That is absolutely incredible. When it comes to assists, Volland with 19, and you can see Golovin there also with 10 assists. And when it comes to key passes, Florentino Luis with 89 key passes. The interesting thing about this, he actually has the play short, simple passes trait, so I'm not sure if that actually helps or if you could have got more without that trait, but he did very, very well as my deep line playmaker. And then Cesc Fabregas also there with 72 key passes as the attacking midfielder on the support duty. When it comes to chances created, Kevin Volland is there with 30, and then Cesc Fabregas with 29. Ben Yedder scored 38 goals in all competitions, with Jovetic scoring 17, Volland getting 13, Florentino Luis with 11, so that is a very, very good number for a defensive midfielder, and Golovin with 10 goals. When it comes to the assist, Volland with 21 in all competitions, Golovin with 13, and you can see there Cesc with 9, Gelson Martins with 8, and Jovetic with 7. Looking at the schedule, it started all too well, winning 4 out of our first 5 games. We done very, very well. Our first loss came to PSG, but that was in a cup competition. In the league, our first loss came away to Lille, but then we managed to get our revenge right after the game in our French Cup 10th round. We went on another very good run, also getting a 1-1 draw away to Paris, which we could have easily won in my opinion. But then in the French Cup semi-final, we got absolutely hammered by Paris Saint-Germain. I don't know what happened in that game, but after that you can see we went on a very, very good run towards the end, thinking we can actually catch Paris Saint-Germain. This included a 7-1 victory over Nimes, but Paris Saint-Germain was just simply too good on this game. But that is it for this tactic test. Thank you guys for watching. If you lasted this long, thank you for listening for so long. Please check the down. It is RDF. It has been a pleasure. I see you soon. Don't forget to like, subscribe and comment. Stay safe. Peace.